Would be alright, guys. How you doing? Welcome to game 3 of the match. Apologies for our previous stream. But yeah, Carl is here to come and handle game 3. And once I'm streaming, there's no network issues. We don't. Want to wine, but it turn on do not disturb. I hope my stream has not been interrupted. Let's see if my stream has not been interrupted actually. Yeah, this is the last match, everyone. And then yeah, we're live. Seems like both sides are ready. So from the looks of the band, we can obviously see Atlas first band coming in from the side of Otsusuki.
Kindness is the surest path to ruination.
I've been waiting for too long.
Don't worry guys, this stream is not going to lag. I can definitely assure you of that. This is obviously, when I'm streaming there's nothing like lag. We don't do that here. We are both MTN and Airtel over here. Alright, so first pick coming from the side of Otsusuki, we have Grey. And
and not a single worthy foe.
come near down. Alright, so on the side of Void, we can see the Fasa and Martis pick here, guys. The Martis looks like he's going to be flexed into the SP lane, because I can see that it's currently holding the flicker spell. And you can see Barat and Kufa being locked in from the side of Otsusuki, which is quite interesting. Yeah, I don't know if Barat and Kufa has a really nice synergy. So game 1 was won by Void. Otsusuki won game 2. So we're having a game 3, and I'll be picking the game. I'll be streaming the game 3. So like I said, yeah, I don't really understand why the Kufa pick personally. I think they should have picked something else as their aroma right now, maybe an Estes or a Rafaela. Or maybe they should have even picked a Yves, but you can see that Void has already banned out that Yves, because Yves is Eve can be said to be the strongest mage right now in the meta.
Minotaur will finish off what was left undone. This is the Emperor's order.
Chris locking in that Akai. Yeah. I really don't like Akai pick personally. I think he should have still gone for that third drain. I actually don't like Akai at all. I don't know, maybe it's just a personal taste, but for me, I don't like the Akai pick. Akai's ult is just, well, it actually depends on execution. You know, most people that I see playing the Akai, only if you have really excellent execution on that ult. Then we can see, okay, so with this lineup here, they don't have a lot of magic damage. Fasa is definitely going to bully that Faramis in the mid lane. But then they don't have a lot of magic damage. Their damage is heavily physical focused, like heavy physically focused, we can see. But yeah, they should be fine. I'm saying some red things here, guys. Barat, who is the Roma here, guys? Who is the Roma? Who is roaming? I don't understand. Okay, alright. So Void is playing. BangBang. Okay, looks like Akai is going to be the Roma. Chris is making his debut in the gold lane. Personally, I've played against Chris. I believe it was, but I hope he should be able to do well this game. No, it's not an AFK pick. It's not an AFK pick, guys. Akai is going to roam on that Vengeance. Vengeance, Akai. Not even Flicker, not even Sprint, not Petrify Vengeance. Very interesting choice of spell. You know, usually we either see Akai with the Flicker, Sprint, or Petrify, not with the Vengeance. But yeah, they're the first time for everything. So let's see how this plays out. Matisse versus Laplapo, Fasa versus Faramis, and Claude versus Melissa. And look at right off the bat, Indra gets a knock up onto the Fasa immediately. And you can see that Void plans to contest this Totsu. I think he has the damage for it. If already charging goes in that S1, but who secures the Lito? You can see, but Otsusuki were able to secure the Lito. You can see the amount of damage that Faramis went to deal to Fasa in the backline. But nice early game rotation coming from the side of Eden on that Laplapo. And you can see it's already level 4, and then Lapu is doing a lot of damage to the Matsis right now. But his Roma comes in to try and help him here, guys. And he has to recall. But let's take a look at what's going on both lane. Obviously, Clint gets caught here. Manages to still escape it. I think that engage was sloppy. I felt he should have waited for Barat to come in there. So if three of them had gone in into Clint, then maybe Clint might not have survived. But yeah, Clint was able to recall, and you can see that they're currently sieging his lane. And then I think it would be stupid for him to go in right now. He has to, like I said, he has to play a bit defensively because they've sieged the store. And then in exchange, Void has decided to go for the turtle and invaded Dexlin's red buff. But it looks like Otsusuki are going to take this store, which is not exactly a bad trade. Fasa has her ult. I think it's time for her to milk some people. Well played coming in from the side of Void to be able to counter that engage. But they've lost that tower quite early on, guys. 2 minutes into the game and they're tower down. That is not exactly what you want to see, regardless of taking the turtle. Though Void actually has the gold lead here, guys. They have They have a 1k gold lead. And the 1k gold lead is coming from their kills and from the total that they got. Finally we see farm results this game. It looks like, oh, nice kill coming from Void. Oh, it did, no one, oh, pardon me, I thought Void secured the kill there, but no, it didn't drop. Onyx Esports, guys. Void is playing for Onyx Esports. I just always say Void instead of calling the name of his squad. It is Onyx Esports. I actually thought Kufa died there, guys, but Kufa didn't drop. Interesting enough. Got Fasa using our ult on the wave. Well played coming from Fasa. Not exactly well played, but yeah, he was able to control mid pressure. To literally control the game. So Chris has to play with the tower down. So Akai messes up his combo and they're not able to get much from that gank. And Otsusuki is coming in with counter engage. Kufa looking for, well played coming from Kufa, but doesn't use his ult properly actually, because he wasn't able to stun the two of them properly efficiently. But that was a nice knockup coming in from Kufa. I felt he should have used his ult properly to stun both of them, no, but was only able to stun one person, and because of that they got out of their life. And another knockup coming from the side of Kufa, guys, and somehow Barat was able to secure the turtle. And with these guys, just look at that well played coming from the side of Otsusuki, and Claude is definitely going to drop here, guys. Fasa needs to be keeping her ult, guys. She needs to be keeping that ult for this team fight. I think Matisse should be fine. Yeah, he's just going to use his anti-system skill and get out there. And it is going to be another tower for the side of Otsusuki. I personally, like I said, I'm not a fan of Akai in any position. Yeah, I played him as a jungle, as a roam or anything. Me and Akai, we don't gel well, man. Well, just from that team fight, you can see that the gold lead have shifted onto the side of Otsusuki. And they're leading with just a 600 gold lead, but it's something. And you can see that they have the map control. You can see they've taken bot tower, and then they've almost dropped it. They've almost dropped the second tower also, guys. And I don't know what exactly Kufa is doing here. I say Kufa, Akai is doing here solo pushing instead of providing solo pushing and stealing the waves. And the faster just use our ult and the nice engage coming from Kufa. But like I said, this Kufa is getting some nice knockouts, but it's basically a waste of. It's not exactly a knockout that they can convert into anything. And now it might drop here. Well, Farmis uses that ult to save him. I don't know if it was the best decision there, but my well play coming from Dex and swallows the faster, stuns her into her teammate, and she's going to drop there nicely. And look at the counter engage from Aplapu. Aplapu gets a kill onto Akai, well played, and Farmis is out there for blood, but we all know how much of a tanky boy the Martis is, and Martis doesn't drop there. But we can see Otsusuki here with the map control. Boy trying to trade back an objective by trying to secure this turtle while Barat is top lane taking the tower. If mid lane doesn't drop, Otsusuki doesn't have full map control, guys. They need to take that mid lane. But so far they have better map control because of they've taken 2 towers, but Eden is only 2-0-0. Under his match is playing quite well, I would say. Wait, since there is not much of an action. Okay, now well play coming from Kufa. Engages, he gets an engage on triple, but Claude managed to get out of there alive, guys. And Akai is just dancing. I don't know who he's doing damage on, but people are getting damaged. But I'm not really saying much happening here, guys. Well play coming from look at Mattis going in onto this baby girl, gets a kill onto her. Killing spree coming in from Mattis. Like I said, guys, Eden under Mattis is going to do a bit of work for us. And I have no idea why he's still going in aggressively 3v1. Okay, he flickers out. I guess because of his stairs is flicker, that's why he was still being so aggressive. This Fasa hasn't been using her ult decisively in team fights. Mostly I've just been seeing her use it to clear waves. Would have preferred if she was using it to do. I would have tried to take a look at the build here, guys. Alright, so Void, I'll engage onto Akai. You can see this Akai is looking so squishy. I wonder what he's building. As expected, obviously, Radiant Dominance Eyes first item. I don't know what's wrong with all these tank players that seem to prioritize Dominance Eyes as the first item. I actually personally dislike Dominance Eyes as the first item as a tank, because Dominance Eyes makes you extremely squishy. Hope it coming from faster securing a kill onto Faramis. But like I said, if you're a tank player and you're building Dominance Eyes first item, it's either your team is winning aggressively or I have no idea what you're doing. Dominance Eyes first item nails you quite a bit. First of all, you're extremely squishy. Just take a look at Akai. He's meant to be the front line, but he's currently more squishy than BangBang. Then that's meant to be a kill onto Fasa. And Claude is trying to get a kill onto Kufa here, but it's still going to drop. I felt he should have just retreated. Nah, Kufa is not in that bush already. He's moved away. Felt he should have retreated there, and a kill on somehow Mattis drops top lane to Faramis. I have no idea how that happened. But that's AFK. Was that network? Because that isn't supposed to be happening. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm not enjoying this Akai pick. Okay, yeah, maybe we can just push him into the tower, and then a kill onto that Barat is a nice shot down, actually. That's a nice amount of gold, because Barat has been doing a lot for them that game. That shutdown kill, they definitely needed it. Almost equalizing. Oh! Claude almost gets a kill onto Faramis there, but he didn't press his advantage, and then Faramis was able to get out there with his life. Alright, since there's not much action, I believe there's not going to be much action. Let's take a look at the build. Demon Hunter Sword coming in from Mattis. Okay, it's not exactly a bad item actually. And then Claude has only gotten his Demon Hunter Sword. He hasn't built his golden staff for corrosive sight. He just has Demon Hunter Sword and steel leg plates. Okay, now he has finished his golden staff, which is good news for him. And then Mattis is all alone here, man. And I think it's definitely, and the flicker S1 flicker coming in from all played coming in from that Mattis. Flickers into his teammate. But like I said, man, Akai isn't really doing a lot here, guys. To be honest, the Akai pick was just not what they needed right here. Akai pick was definitely not what they needed. Like, Akai is not really doing much, guys. He just goes in there, uses his ult, and when he's done with his ult, Barat just swallows him and spits him out. It's it's not doing a lot for his team, to be honest. Maybe they should have gone for a support as their front line, or maybe even Lolita would have been fine since they have that Fasa. Yeah, let's take a look at the builds. We can see that Claude is definitely building that corrosive sight next. Now, I have no idea what's wrong with this Omni tankers. What kind of crazy play is this? His first item, Dominance Eyes, gives you 0 HP. Second item, Blade Armor, also gives you 0 HP. Please, I don't understand. What is Omni tankers doing? This is probably look how squishy is going to be. Just look at them melting. Just look at it melt. Just look at how much easily it's going to melt. You have 0 HP as a tank. A BangBang managed to secure the Lord for his team. All played coming from BangBang. Gets a kill onto what they call it. He then is trying to get out there with his life, but he's still going to draw. But like I said, what they call it is definitely, it's basically being useless for his team right now. And I think BangBang might drop here, guys. That is not what. Okay, well played coming from BangBang. He managed to escape, but Claude, instead of recalling, decides to decides to play like a mint and dies. He's building against the Melissa. You don't build against Melissa. There's not like you're building against the Melissa. You build against the Melissa, you are basically, it's paper to the rest of his team. It's paper to the rest of the enemy team. Dominance, eyes, and blade armor. First 2 items. That's those 2 items gives you a lot of armor, but with 0 HP. Look at his HP, guys. He's basically his HP is basically the same as it was at the start of the game. Max is trying to perform some magic solo, but yeah, he does drops. Beating against the Melissa is not enough, guys. Melissa is not the only person in the game. Well coming from Kofa and engaging into Claude. Claude managed to get out there because Claude wasn't spawned, but Apple dealing damage, guys. And then damage then Tora is going to drop. Well played, double kill coming from the side. Oh, I think this guy might drop here. Balmond has his ult. Okay, Balmond doesn't have his ult, sadly. Oh, well played coming from Balmond. Shot down kill, mega kill. Void is doing his guys. I don't think his build is optimal. I think, and somehow Otsusuki they've neglected their lane and really somehow manages to drop. I think his build is too squishy. As a tank, you don't want to go for a 0 HP. You don't want to go for a 0 HP build this early on, guys. It's Void has to know when to press the advantage and push mid lane. Instead, they can't actually get anything from that bot lane, so they should just focus their. He's building. And first of all, yeah, Melissa is a late game hero and is building this early on against her. She isn't the one doing most of the damage in the team fights right now. It's basically other heroes. And I know ammo and I know the physical defense is important, but man, you have like so many other people there. Eden is in and out of his world all the way over there. And I don't think he has his flicker, so he's definitely going to drop there. But with all that amount of time, bro, Void faster gets a solo kill onto Melissa. Yep, with that, Void knows it's time to start violence. They know it's time to start the fight, guys, because if Melissa is dead, they don't have the main, they don't have the main DPS, but somehow Void is out sustaining. Lapu is dealing magic. Lapu be doing the moves, guys. Lapu did a lot. I expected Void to win that fight quickly. Unstoppable coming from the side of Farsa, guys. Farsa is doing work. And I think she's really out of her mind here, man. She's going to drop here. I don't know what she was doing, trying to push. Come on, you're Farsa. Just recall and don't try and do anything stupid, but I don't know. And because she's dead, our team won't have her. Okay, I hope she's able to come back before this Lord push, but no, she's not back. And stupid decision making like that is what makes you lose. Like, what was she going to do there? She can't push, she's on a Farsa. And obviously, Faramis was still alive, and she basically was on 10% HP. But I hope she's able to fly into that team fight on time. Because Lord is already bot lane, I think she'll be able to get there on time. So I think Void should still be fine. But yeah, this is the kind of match I was looking for game 3. A back and forth match. And look at them, they are going to abandon this Luminous slot to push in midwave. Not exactly the best choice per se. And Farsa dealing so much damage onto that Kofa. See the bot then, look at the enemy team focus Farsa. Immediately they went after her when she started ulting. They just went after her and decided, you get out of here. Mega kill coming from the side of Farm is well played. But yeah, but Akai is definitely going to drop you guys. But I think Otsusuki needs to retreat here and go and defend clear their ways, because that's an advanced way of pushing. Look at top lane. Akai is being chased by Melissa and this secures the kill. Are we going to see no reverse card? Nope. Nah. Okay, Barat is in a bit of trouble here, guys. And I do think he's sustaining so much damage, guys. This Barat. This no Barat and if I wow, that's just sad, man. That's just sad. I feel Claude should have pressed on, man. Why didn't Claude press that fight? Why did Claude retreat so early? Claude should have been way more aggressive there, guys. He should have gotten his wind of nature by now. Yes, he has his wind of nature. He's almost full build. I wonder why he didn't play more aggressively there, guys. Barat shouldn't have been alive. Just can you see the amount of damage Fasa is doing to this big tank, guys? She's doing so much damage. Oh yeah, Fasa was actually buffed and that all started doing HP based damage. Like 2 patches ago, I'm not sure. Well, at least Akai has built some HP items, so his ass is not going to be so squishy. The items is just building now, the items he should have prioritized first of all. Not the ones he's building now. With that, he then pushes that bot lane and he rotates in time for the Lord fight. Akai everything fight, first of all, he's on Melissa duty, pushes Melissa out of the team fight, and Claude is using Wind of Nature when no one is attacking him. That Wind of Nature is not going to have label once when he actually needs it. Look at Lapu here, guys. Barat manages to secure the Lord. Nice retreat coming from the side of Barat, but they lose. But they trade 2 people in exchange. I think Faramis is in out of his mind there. He secures a kill, Tronchons, and is he going to escape here, guys? Just look at Claude, Mr. Claude. What happened to your BMI? Claude doesn't use his BMI to secure a kill onto Kenshiki. I'm actually not happy with this Claude, please. Claude should have used his BMI to chase that Kenshiki and get that kill. He was, he's standing still. Network MTN has happened, and that's GG for Claude. Kenshiki is not going to let him escape. Oh, he managed to escape, but no, Barat is like, nah, you're going nowhere, man. And look, you can see Melissa. Melissa is about to push in the advantage. Barat gets shots down there, guys. Mattis secures a kill onto that well played coming from Mattis, but Barat, Akai wants Melissa, he doesn't get Melissa, but the wave is pushing in, advanced wave, and Balmond is back up, guys. And you know, once Balmond is up, Violence is up, they're not going to be able to do much without Lord push. Nice engage coming from Kufa. I think she's going to drop here. And look at Melissa shredding all of them from the back, and I don't think they want to remain there. And this might be the game, guys. Melissa. Yeah, this is the game, guys. GG. MVP coming in from North Farmers. To be honest, Farmers' gameplay tonight has been spot on. Both mages were actually spot on tonight, but I can see that the side with the more aggressive marksman won the game. Let's look at the amount of damage. 36% damage coming from the side of Farmers, guys. Farmers dealing 36% damage. That is crazy. 36% damage coming from Farmers. I normally don't expect Farmers million to do this much damage, but this Farmers player knows what he's doing, knows what he's cooking. Interesting build coming from the side of Eden. I don't know if I agree with the build very much, but interesting to say the least. Well, that'll be the game for tonight, guys. So Otsusuki move up. Like, Farmers dealt way more damage than I expected. He basically carried this shit, man. Him and Faster, both mages were playing quite excellently. I expected Claude to actually perform a bit more than he did. Also, Void on the Balmond did a lot, to be honest. He did a lot, especially with his shutdown on Melissa. Melissa was on the roll and was able to shut her down, but sadly for him, I wasn't able to do much. But yeah, that will be the game, guys. GG.